Hello and welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone Lite. As you can see, I've done quite a bit of work, but today what we're going to be doing is taking a step back from the quests and building. At least building the outline of what I envision this place to be, because right now it looks terrible. Look at it, it's just squares and platforms, doesn't look good. Before we start building, I want to go over what I did. So all of these are completely full of lava. I made a few more, and then I made these stone barrels. So what these do is you can put lava in it and then water over top, and it will then create obsidian. So what I did was I took a bucket of lava like this, and I completely filled this whole thing in with lava. And then I took some water, and you can place it right here. It won't flow off because of these chisel and bits going around the outside. And we get ourselves some obsidian. So this is good for a quest. There's something really cool I wanted to show you guys, and that's these factory blocks. These are pretty cool. I'm going to be using them for scaffolding and just something to work off for our design. Usually in vanilla I use leaves, but that requires too many resources in Skyblock. So we're going to be using these because the factory blocks are just like this, and I found a cheaty way. To get more from this. So as you can see, there are 32 of these blocks every time I craft them. Well, what if I take my my iron chisel here from Chisel and Bits, and I same material, turn all of these into bits. Now what I have done is I have made this block here using a chisel design, which is some of this. And with this chisel design, what it is it's basically the same block, although as you can see there are no connected textures like this one has connected textures. And you can see that there is something at the bottom here. Now what I did is I took these chisels and made panel, basically right-clicked and created that block from that. Now, as you can see, it is hollow on the inside, so it doesn't matter what we do here. So I figured if we use this chisel design instead of this block, we will have so much more materials for what it's worth. I just took those 32 factory blocks and turned them into 64 plus 30. That's almost a triple. We almost tripled how many blocks we can use with this. So that is worth the 4 iron. Definitely worth it. I want our entire base to center around this piece of bedrock here. And not just like, I don't want our base to just center around one piece of bedrock. I want this bedrock stone, like this giant thing of bedrock to just, oh, that's going to be annoying. I want this giant thing of bedrock to kind of like be the center of our base, holding everything in place. It's so heavy, it like, I don't know, it's just stuck in space. Like it's not floating, it's stuck in this exact spot in space. And then we kind of anchor other islands and different things like that to this central sphere or central whatever we're going to make completely out of bedrock. Now, I'm sure you know this is very expensive, but I think it will be super worth it if we can do this correctly. So I've gotten myself in a bit of a sticky situation here. I can't get on here, and I can't get back because the water's too far away. So I am going to have to move sideways like that. Can we get out here? Oh, good. Thank you. So I decided that this is going to be 11 across after this center point here. So we still got a ways to go. But what I was thinking of is taking inspiration and kind of using the shape of like these chaos shards. You see how they're kind of like, maybe I'll build a smaller one up here. They're kind of like this, to where it's like 2 up and then the middle, so like around here. So in a sense, they're kind of like this, to where they're They're like a crystal pattern. Of course, they're like crystals. But I figured that would be a really cool way to like put all of our draconic evolution stuff in here too. I don't know if it's going to be big enough. I'll have to look it up, but it's going to be a very big platform. Now look at, there it is. Okay, look at that on the map. Doesn't that look good? I think that looks really good. That diagonal square. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make the upward layer, so defining how tall it's actually going to be. MLG jump to finish it off. Ooh, there we go. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This looks so good. I'm sure in the time lapse it's gonna look much, much cooler, but dang. To think this whole thing's gonna be made out of bedrock. Oh my gosh. So if this whole thing is going to be made out of bedrock, I just want to say rip. Just rip, because kiss all the, like, this cobblestone, not enough. I need to create cobblestone gen 5-10 times as big as what most people create, just because I want to create all of this out of bedrock. This is going to be some insane cobble gen, but I think it will be so worth it because this is so cool. And then other islands like, I don't know, like Crop Island and Botania Island will have like be chained to this thing here. I think that would look really, really cool. I hope you guys think it's going to look cool, but for seriously, we need to get this cobble gen in check, because if we're ever going to be able to do this, we got to start now. We got to start getting cobblestone now. So we need to make some compacting drawers. I think that's what they're called. Okay, so here's one of these. Now what this does is you put, say, cobblestone here at the bottom, right? And it compresses it into, this is compressed, and then this one here is this double compressed cobblestone. If we put the double compressed in a compressor, it'll create triple, then quadruple. Quadruple, then quintuple. Quintuple, then sextuple. Sextuple, then septuple. Octuple. There aren't any recipes for it. No way. No. Our plan for this entire base. it's just out the window. Gone, just like that. I mean, what we could do is we could simply just use octuple compressed as the base, which I'm okay with because that's very dark. I would much rather have bedrock, but if that's what we have to do, then that's what we have to do. There we go. Okay, so this setup is going to look like this. Oh, look. We got one, because that's 6,500 cobblestone. And we put that in here, and then it brings us all the way up to, so that's cobblestone. Then there's 1 compressed, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the next one, if we put the 6, it'll bring 7 and 8. And that's exactly what we need to create the octuple compressed that we want to cover this base in. Because I'm crazy. So, yeah, let me know what you think about the base idea. Am I crazy for wanting to build this entire huge thing out of octuple compressed? Probably, but I don't care.